One of the territory's arguments for not creating a standalone agency is the lack of large-scale emergencies in the winter months, that the team would essentially have an off-season. But for one emergency management specialist, that reasoning doesn't make sense.
There are things that happen in the winter as well. So you have blizzards, you have, ice storms, you have all sorts of situations that can happen.
Norman says a standalone agency is the best option for the territory. And he's not alone in this belief, but there are challenges to establishing one.
So we have seen and we've learned from other provinces that, yes, it is best practice to have a standalone agency, but it is also a challenge to get those resources. And when we talk about resources, we're talking about manpower, getting the skilled staff to be able to staff those standalone offices.
But what does a separate agency actually mean? In the N.W.T, the Emergency Management Organization is under the Department of Municipal and Community Affairs, so this would involve it being moved out of that department. As for the structure of the agency, there are several options, according to Eric Kennedy. He's an emergency management professor at York University. He says some places, like in Saskatchewan, include firefighters and their emergency management agency. In the N.W.T, firefighters are under a whole other department, Environment and Climate Change. But Kennedy says creating a separate agency won't just fix the pre-existing issues. He says the expectation of these new organizations are that they come with things like more funding and authority.
But the devil is always in the details, and the question of whether the standalone agency becomes those things is an open and important one. We can achieve those benefits through many different kinds of arrangements, and all of these arrangements are also vulnerable to weakness on communication and collaboration and coordination. And so how it gets implemented is really the critical question.
Kennedy says there's ways that a standalone agency can fix the issues that are highlighted in every emergency, typically around communication and coordination. But it depends on how that agency is implemented and operated. And he says dealing with the causes of those issues is really what's important, no matter what the structure of the emergency management organization is. Luke Carroll, CBC News, Yellowknife.